Let's be honest. No one really prepares you for what it takes to become a man. Not just growing older, not just hitting the gym or getting a job. I'm talking about that brutal internal shift where you stop being a boy and start carrying your life like it's yours. This video is for the guys between 15 and 20. The ones who feel stuck, lost, tired, behind. The ones who are quietly asking, when does it get better? I won't lie to you. It doesn't get easier. But if you understand what I'm about to tell you, it will start to make sense. Because becoming a man isn't some moment you hit. It's a war you fight. And most of it happens in silence. No one tells you how painful this whole thing actually is. Everyone throws around words like grind, discipline, masculinity, but no one really shows you what it feels like to become a man. So let me do it for you. It's dark, it's quiet, it's lonely. And if you're doing it right, most of the time, no one even sees it. You probably think you're lost right now. You wake up every morning and feel like you're behind, like everyone else is living some life you're not even invited to. Some of your friends are making money, getting girls, doing cool shit, while you just exist. And that's the thing. No one tells you that existing as a man is already a fight in itself. Let's be real. Most of you watching this don't feel proud of who you are. You don't like what you see in the mirror. You don't respect how you act when you're alone. And the worst part, you don't even know how to change it. So you distract yourself. Scrolling, gaming, laughing at stupid memes, watching other people live their lives while yours rots in your hands. But here's the truth. Becoming a man starts the moment you stop lying to yourself. The moment you stop pretending that you're fine and admit that you're not who you want to be. That you've been soft, weak, lazy. That the reason you don't have the life you want isn't because of some secret system or someone holding you back. It's because you've been bullshitting yourself for years. No girl is coming to fix you. No mentor is showing up at your door. No perfect moment is going to arrive where you suddenly feel ready. You become a man when you start acting like one, especially when it hurts, especially when you're alone, especially when no one believes in you. You'll notice this shift one day. It starts small. Maybe you stop skipping workouts. Maybe you stop lying to your mom. Maybe you start waking up earlier, reading more, cutting off those friends who do nothing but waste time. It won't feel cool. No one's gonna clap for you. But something inside you starts to change. A seed, a fire, and it grows slowly, painfully, but it grows. You'll also learn one of the harshest truths. No one gives a fuck about your feelings. And it's not because they're cruel. It's because everyone's drowning in their own shit. People are too focused on themselves to babysit your insecurities. So if you keep waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough, you'll wait forever. That's the ugly part. No matter how hard you work, there will be no parade. You'll hit the gym for months and no one will notice. You'll grind in silence and no one will say good job. And that's where boys get filtered out. Most of them break right there. They need validation. They need the likes, the praise, the girl saying, wow, you're so mature now. But the few who stay quiet, who keep showing up even when it's boring, even when it's silent, those are the ones who make it. Because they're not doing it for attention. They're doing it because they're done being pathetic. They're sick of the old version of themselves. And they'll bury him in the gym, in the books, in the cold, lonely mornings where no one claps, and still they show up. You think masculinity is being loud? Posting selfies with your abs, flexing your bank account? That's not a man. That's a boy, desperate to be seen. Masculinity is how you act when no one's watching. It's what you do when you're tired, angry, broken, and still choose not to be weak. And let's talk about girls for a second. You think getting one will fix you? That once you have her, you'll finally feel like a man? That's the biggest lie you've ever believed. You're chasing her because you're empty. Because deep down, you hate who you are. And you hope that maybe, just maybe, her love will make you like yourself. But it won't. It never will. You'll just end up dragging her into your chaos, hurting her, and feeling even worse after. You fix yourself before you bring someone else into your life. That's what a man does. He carries his weight. He doesn't dump it on others. He doesn't cry to be saved. He saves himself, quietly, brutally, every day. This is the beginning, and it hurts. But if you're still here, if you're still watching, then maybe you're ready. Maybe you're tired of the bullshit, tired of being weak, And maybe, just maybe, you're ready to start becoming the man you always wished you were. By the time you hit 17 or 18, something strange starts to happen. You stop hearing advice. You stop asking questions. You think you should already know everything. How to dress, how to speak to people, how to be confident, how to act like you've got it figured out. But deep down, you're scared someone's gonna notice you don't, so you fake it. You smile when you're empty. You say, "It's all good," when your chest is caving in. You pretend you're in control, when you don't even feel like you're steering the wheel. This is the beginning of that silent war every man goes through. Not many talk about it, but every guy feels it. The world stops forgiving you once you hit a certain age. You're not young and figuring it out anymore. You're just failing. The same mistakes you made at 15 were normal. At 19, they're embarrassing. At 21, they're unacceptable. But here's the truth no one says. No one teaches you how to actually grow up. And so you carry your shame like armor. You bury your guilt, your confusion, your loneliness. You lock it up because that's what you think a man does. But what actually happens is this. The more you suppress, the heavier it gets. And that's why so many guys break by 20. Quietly, invisibly, they stop trying. They numb out. Hours of scrolling, addictions, porn, weed, alcohol, distractions. Anything but sitting with the truth that you feel like a failure. But you're not failing. You're just untrained. No one taught you how to be reliable, how to stay calm under pressure, how to take pain and not project it onto people. No one showed you that being a man isn't about strength, it's about stability. It's about being the person everyone can lean on, even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. And that doesn't come from watching motivational videos. It doesn't come from lifting heavier weights or buying more expensive shoes. It comes from doing what needs to be done when no one sees you doing it. You do the dishes even if your mom didn't ask. You show up to school even if you're exhausted. You apologize when you were wrong, even if your pride says, stay quiet. These aren't small things, these are bricks. And every time you choose the hard, uncomfortable, mature response, you place another brick in the foundation of the man you're becoming. Most guys think confidence is loud. It's not. Confidence is when you look in the mirror and know, I didn't run from my responsibilities today. I showed up, I tried, I wasn't perfect, but I didn't hide. That's the stuff that builds real strength. But it's boring. It's not glamorous. And that's why most guys won't do it. Because it's slow, quiet, invisible. Let me tell you this. The man you want to become is already inside you. He's not some stranger. You don't have to invent him. You just have to stop avoiding him. Stop saying, I'll start next week. Stop blaming your parents, your city, your genetics. Stop pretending like you're confused. You're not. You know what you should be doing. You're just scared of how long it'll take. You're scared of how uncomfortable it'll feel. You're scared that maybe, after all that effort, it still won't be enough. But that's the test. That's what turns boys into men. Doing the right thing even when you don't know if it'll pay off. You're building discipline, not dopamine. You're stacking habits, not hype. You're teaching your future self that you're someone worth trusting. And one day, not tomorrow, not next week, but someday, you'll wake up and realize you don't flinch at problems anymore. You don't run when it gets hard. You don't need people to validate you. You've got your own back. That's when you'll know you've started becoming a man. But don't wait for some magical moment. It starts with the smallest, most forgettable decisions. Right now, you probably thought at some point someone would come save you. Someone older, wiser, a mentor, a friend, a girl, a lucky break. Something that would finally give you the push you've been waiting for. But no one's coming. And honestly, that's a good thing. Because once you stop waiting to be saved, you start building yourself. You stop looking for a shortcut and start accepting the wait. You start carrying your own life. That's when the shift happens. Becoming a man isn't about achieving something impressive. It's not about cars or watches or girls or status. Those are distractions, shiny objects that blind the average guy into wasting another year. Becoming a man is about taking full ownership over your reality. Not just the wins, the losses, the pain, the regrets, the things you said you'd do but didn't. That's yours now. And the sooner you stop running from it, the faster you grow. But here's the part that most people will never tell you. It gets lonelier before it gets better. You'll outgrow people. You'll stop texting certain friends. You'll look around and realize nobody really gets what you're trying to do. That's normal. Growth is a lonely process. You're changing, and that makes other people uncomfortable. But that's the price. You either become who you were meant to be, or you stay liked by people who don't even know themselves. You'll have nights where it feels like nothing is working. You'll feel behind, you'll want to quit. But listen carefully. This is the part that makes you not the easy days, the hard ones. The ones where you feel like screaming into your pillow because no one understands you. That's where the real strength comes from. Not from hiding those emotions, not from pretending, from facing them and still showing up. You want to feel better? Earn your own respect. Start stacking days. Stop breaking the promises you make to yourself. That's the secret no one gives you. Self-respect doesn't come from talking. It comes from action. Quiet, repeated, relentless action. And don't fool yourself into thinking you have time. You don't. You're 16, 17, 19. This is your moment, not someday. Now. Because how you live these years will echo for the rest of your life. Every skipped workout, every broken promise, every day you scroll through life instead of shaping it, it adds up. But so does every honest effort, every uncomfortable truth, every day you choose the harder path. It adds up. If you're watching this, I want you to do something. Tonight, after this video ends, sit down for 5 minutes. No phone, no music, just silence. Ask yourself, really ask, am I proud of how I'm living? If the answer is no, good. That means you still have time. That means the part of you that wants more is still alive. Listen to him. That version of you, the one with fire in his chest, the one who knows he's capable of more. He's not wrong. He's just tired of being ignored. Feed that version. Protect him. Let him drive. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to stop hiding. Be scared. Be unsure. Be awkward. But don't be invisible. Becoming a man isn't about reaching some flawless version of yourself. It's about becoming someone you can respect. Someone who shows up even when no one's watching. Someone who doesn't give up just because the process is slow. So here's the final truth. You are not broken. You're just untrained. You are not too late. You're just early in the process. You are not weak. You just haven't learned how to carry the weight yet. But you will. If you decide to, right now. So if this hit you, if even one part of this made you feel seen, don't let that feeling pass. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs it and subscribe. Because this channel isn't about pretending we've got it all figured out. It's about walking through the fires together. One step, one choice, one uncomfortable truth at a time. We're not here to look strong. We're here to become strong, for real.